He grew up with nothing. No money, no connections, no safety net. Some nights he slept hungry. Some mornings he went to school pretending he wasn't. People looked at him like he was already decided. This story is about struggle, but it's also about strategy. You will hear 3 turning points, 3 moments that shaped his identity. I will break down the psychology too, why some people stay stuck in poverty, and why some people escape it. At the end, you will get a step-by-step plan, a real plan. You can use it even if you feel behind. If you feel like life started you on hard mode, stay with me, like his future was written. This kid won't make it. He heard those words, not once, many times, but he didn't fight them with anger. He didn't beg for pity. He did something quieter. He built a future so strong, no one could deny it. This is the story of a boy who grew up with nothing, but built a life no one expected. Chapter 1. The Weight of Nothing. Turning point 1. His name was Eli. Eli grew up in a small apartment with thin walls, the kind of place where you hear your neighbors breathe. His mother worked 2 jobs, morning shift, night shift. His father was not around, not in the home, not in his life. Eli learned independence early, not the cool kind, the forced kind. He learned how to stretch food, how to hide holes in socks, how to pretend he didn't need things. At school, he watched other kids open lunchboxes full of snacks. He watched them talk about vacations. He watched them get picked up in clean cars. Eli smiled and nodded, but inside, he felt a quiet shame. Poverty is not only about money, it is also about the message. The message is, you are less. Eli tried to be invisible. Invisible kids don't get mocked. He kept his head down. He sat in the back. He spoke only when forced. Then one day, a teacher asked the class a simple question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Kids said normal things: doctor, engineer, pilot, famous athlete. The teacher looked at Eli. Eli froze, because he didn't think about the future.
He thought about survival.
He mumbled, I don't know. A boy in the front laughed. Of course you don't, the boy said. You're gonna end up like your neighborhood. The class got quiet. Some kids smiled, some looked away. Eli's face burned. He wanted to disappear. After school, he walked home alone, his hands clenched. That night, he sat on his bed and stared at the ceiling. He didn't cry. He didn't scream. He just made a decision in silence. Not a big heroic decision, a small one. I will never let someone else decide my future. That was turning point nut 1. The moment he stopped accepting the story people wrote for him.
He didn't know how he would escape.
He didn't have a plan yet, but he had one thing now, a reason. And reasons are powerful, because they keep you moving when motivation dies. Chapter 2, The Hidden Door. Turning point 2, Eli started noticing something. Kids with money had more options, but they also had more distractions. New phones, new shoes, parties, comfort. Eli had less, but he had space. Space to think, space to observe. He began staying after school, not for fun, because home felt heavy. One day, he walked into the school library.
It was quiet.
It smelled like paper and dust. A librarian looked at him and asked, Need help? Eli shook his head. He didn't come for help. He came for shelter. But then he saw a shelf that caught his eye. Books about money, business, biographies. He pulled one book out, then another. He didn't understand everything, but one idea stuck. People who win often learn things other people ignore. Eli started reading every day, 20 minutes at first, then an hour. He read about habits. He read about skills. He read about people who started with nothing. Each book gave him the same message. Your start doesn't decide your finish. But books were not enough. He needed a path. Then life gave him a strange gift. One afternoon, Eli stayed late to help a teacher carry boxes. The teacher was new, young, friendly. While they worked, the teacher asked, What do you do after school? Eli shrugged. Nothing. The teacher paused. Then he said, You want to learn something useful? Eli looked up. Like what? The teacher smiled. Computers. Eli didn't own a computer. He barely had internet at home. But the school had a computer room, and the teacher offered time. 2 days a week. After school, Eli stayed. He learned how to type faster, how to use basic programs, how to build simple websites. It wasn't magic. It was slow, but Eli felt something new. Control. When you grow up with nothing, life feels random. Bills appear, food disappears, people leave. But skills are not random. Skills stay when everything else moves. Eli started to love learning. He would walk home late in the evening, cold air on his face. Empty streets. He felt tired, but proud. Then came the second turning point. One night, his mother found him studying in the kitchen. She looked worried. "Why are you always doing this?" she asked. "You should rest." Eli hesitated. Then he told her the truth. "I'm scared," he said. "I don't want to live like this forever." His mother's eyes filled with tears. Not because she was offended, because she understood. She held his face gently and said, "Then don't waste your pain. Don't waste your pain." That was turning point Tum 2. Eli realized his struggle could become fuel. Not bitterness, fuel. Pain can break you, or train you. That night, Eli wrote a rule on a piece of paper and taped it near his bed. "My pain is my power if I use it." Chapter 3. The test that changed everything. Turning point 3. By the time Eli reached his final year of school, he was different. Not louder. Not popular, but sharper. He spoke more. He asked questions. He stayed focused. Teachers began noticing. One teacher recommended him for a scholarship program. It was a small program, few spots. Many applicants. Eli applied. He wrote essays at night. He rewrote them again and again. He submitted everything. Then he waited. Weeks passed. Then the letter came. Rejected. Eli stared at the letter like it was a joke. He felt the old shame rise again. The voice that said, "See, this is your place." His chest tightened. He wanted to tear the paper. He wanted to quit. Then he remembered his rule. Don't waste your pain. So instead of collapsing, he did something simple. He asked for feedback. Most people don't do that, because feedback feels like more rejection. But Eli didn't want comfort. He wanted clarity. He emailed the program and asked politely, "What can I improve for next time?" A week later, he got a reply. They said his essay was strong. His grades were solid, but his leadership and community work were weak. Eli understood. He wasn't not good enough. He was incomplete. So he started building that missing piece. He joined a small volunteer program. He helped younger students learn basic computer skills. He taught them how to type, how to write emails, how to use the internet safely. He didn't do it for applause. He did it to grow. Months later, the scholarship opened again. Eli applied again. This time, his story was stronger, not because he was poor, but because he used his struggle to serve. He wrote about teaching kids. He wrote about building skills. He wrote about discipline. This time, the letter came. Accepted. Eli read it 3 times. Then he sat down quietly. His hands trembled. He didn't shout. He didn't run outside. He just breathed. Because he knew this was the moment everything could change. That was turning point 3. Not the acceptance itself, but what it proved that consistent effort beats background. It proved that people can underestimate you, but they cannot stop you if you keep building. How he escaped nothing. Eli did not escape because he was lucky. He escaped because he built 3 mental habits. 1. He separated identity from situation. He didn't say, "I'm poor, so I'm doomed." He said, "I'm poor, so I need a different strategy." Situation is real, but it is not your identity. 2. He played the long game. People who grow up with nothing often want quick wins because they are tired of waiting. But quick wins often lead to traps. Bad choices, bad friends, fast money. Eli chose slow progress. Skills, discipline, proof. 3. He replaced shame with skill. Shame makes you hide. Skill makes you show up. Every time Eli felt shame, he learned. He trained. He improved. That is how he turned pain into power. Step-by-step comeback plan. Use this today. If you feel like you grew up with nothing, use this plan. Step 1. Choose one escape skill. Pick one skill that can increase your value. Examples: writing, sales, coding, design, video editing, data, customer support. A trade skill, pick one. Do not chase 10. Step 2. Study 30 minutes daily. No excuses, 30 minutes is small, but daily is powerful. Use free resources, library, YouTube, online courses. Consistency beats intensity. Step 3. Build proof, not dreams. Create small projects. If you learn design, make posters. If you learn coding, build a simple site. If you learn writing, write daily. Proof makes you employable. Proof makes you confident. Step 4. Find one mentor, even indirectly. A mentor can be a teacher, a manager, a coach, or a person online you study deeply. Learn from their habits. Copy their discipline. Step 5. Use rejection as direction. When you get rejected, ask, what is missing? Then build that missing part. Rejection is painful, but it is also data. Step 6. Protect your environment. Your environment can pull you down fast. Choose friends who respect progress. Avoid people who mock your goals. Spend time in places that support growth. Library, gym, workspaces, study rooms. Step 7. One action today. Do one small thing today. Choose your skill and watch one lesson, write one page, build one tiny project, apply for one opportunity. One action starts the path. Eli grew up with nothing, but he refused to stay nothing. He didn't wait for rescue. He didn't blame the world all day. He didn't pretend it was easy either. He faced the truth. He used his pain. He built skills. He stayed consistent. And one day people looked at him and said, "How did you do it?" Eli's answer was simple. "I didn't do it in one day. I did it every day." Remember this. Your start is not your sentence. It is your starting point. One action today, write this sentence, "I will not waste my pain." Then do one small step toward your skill. If this story gave you hope, subscribe. This channel shares movie-style stories with real lessons and real plans. And comment one word below, build, so you commit to your future today.